Good morning, and welcome to this edition of the Beyond Report on this Friday morning, November the 22nd, 2019. I've been a little neglectful, I admit, in putting up new content. I suppose the best reason that I can give for that is that, metaphorically speaking, like Odysseus, I have been tied to the mast of my own ship, passing by the island of the sirens, listening to them sweetly sing. But like Odysseus, I have passed by safely and am back. So, there are a few things to bring you up to speed on. Um, First of all, I should begin by saying congratulations to the channel's superfan, Erin Holmes. Miss Erin Holmes has passed her exams for graduate school. I believe she's been studying English literature, and again, congratulations to her, and we'll look forward to more thoughtful comments on future episodes of Beyond Report and Quick Classics and other programs, I'm sure. Recently, I filmed a few episodes of the program Fringe Pop 321, which is hosted by biblical scholar Dr. Michael Heiser. And on Fringe Pop 321, Heiser does a really good job of uh, critically and open-mindedly, I should say, examining all kinds of historical mysteries and ancient mysteries and the paranormal. It's just a really interesting and fun show. We did 3 episodes on vampires and 2 on werewolves, in which we looked at both of these through the scholarly and biblical lenses. And it was a lot of fun. Those episodes should be edited shortly, and I'll keep you in the loop on when they'll be up. If you haven't watched Fringe Pop 321, I would highly recommend it. It's a really well done YouTube program, and I'll put a link in the description so that you can check it out. And speaking of my good buddy Mike Heiser, look what he sent me in the mail just a couple days ago. A new copy of The Unseen Realm, which is a book that came out about 4 years ago. This one, thanks Mike, will replace my tattered copy that I had, and I'll put this in the library of the Institute of Biblical Anthropology. But folks, if you haven't read The Unseen Realm, you really need to. In my opinion, it's one of the best books on biblical theology that's come out within the last 10 years or so, because it treats the supernatural elements of the biblical worldview. And many of those components of that worldview that that quite frankly are swept to the periphery in most churches. In other words, the church has become very selectively supernatural in a lot of ways. We're comfortable with um, the miracles of Jesus and the virgin birth and the resurrection, but we might not be so comfortable with talking about Satan, demons, or giants, or hell, or anything like that. And so there are a broad swath of things that are covered in here, but you get a lot of those elements too. Very well done, very well documented. And so if you've not read The Unseen Realm, I would highly recommend that, and I'll put links to Mike's work in the description as well. Uh, Getting back to vampires and werewolves, I have plans to do special episodes of Antiquity X and Sunday School X dealing with topics like that and looking at them through the biblical worldview. And if you're a Christian, you subscribe to that worldview. Even if you're not, you may have some interest in it. You may want to check that out. And what in the world do vampires and werewolves have to do with the Christian worldview? Well, I've enumerated on a number of occasions in writing and in interviews that they're different manifestations of demonic spirits. These are culturally based and show up in a variety of forms, but at their heart, they're all demonic and likely antediluvian. in origin, these specific kinds of vampiric and werewolf spirits. So stay tuned for a more careful examination of those topics. In other news, the Sons of God, Giants of Old 7 conference DVD is inching closer to being done. We had hoped, that is, our videographer Joseph Grimes and myself had hoped to have that done. There's always one more thing to do in the editing process, so we're almost done with that. Now, folks have already started to reserve their copies, and you can do that by going to the page, and I'll put a link to the DVD page in the description as well. And you'll have two options. There's a digital download for $25.99, and there's also the physical 3-disc DVD set for $55.99. And again, you can go ahead and reserve your copies now if you want to. But it shouldn't be too much longer. Hopefully we're only looking at another week or two in terms of getting the editing done. But I will keep you in the loop on that. Now, I've also extended the book deals that It's Alive for $55 and the Giantology Library. I know that Christmas is coming up, and if you're wondering about the kinds of gifts you want to give and share with people, then there are a number of options that Burton Beyond is offering, including the aforementioned conference disc set and the books that are available through Burton Beyond and the Institute of Biblical Anthropology. I'm also continuing to offer the apprenticeship through the Institute of Biblical Anthropology if you're interested in studying those sorts of topics. I'll be offering that special $200 sale price through the Christmas season, and you can also take individual classes, individual modules for $35. But for the time being, that's all the news that I have. Stay tuned to Burton Beyond. Click a like, share, and subscribe to stay up to date on all the content and all things Burton Beyond. And we'll see you on the flip side. Godspeed.